were saying, well, we thought the blacks would come back.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that. It's a quick video he made, but he's on X pretending to be a MAGA. And he wasn't alive. He seen a live video where all of these maggot farmers were thinking they were safe from all the immigrants being taken from them because they thought black Americans were going to come back to their farms because they think black Americans don't have jobs. The shit ain't funny. It's funny in a way that these stupid ass, racist ass, white farmers thinking that black folks was gonna come and work in their fucking farms. That's the funny part. It ain't funny to think that you racist white motherfuckers was gonna get black Americans to go into your farms as if we're back in the early 1900s. Y'all got us fucked up. And now that you're realizing you ain't gonna get not one motherfucking black American to work in your farms, you feel fucking stupid, don't ya? Donald Trump and you and them racist oligarchs, billionaires got y'all looking stupid than a motherfucker. So y'all gonna bring this motherfucking country into a fucking recession because y'all thought in y'all fucking little fucking zero fucking brain cells that black people were gonna come and work in your farms. When you have black Americans who are doctors, nurses, CEOs, superintendents, healthcare workers, educators. So you stupid ass farmers get on the racist ass platform on X and have a live amongst each other with a whole bunch of racist ass motherfuckers thinking that black folks is gonna come into your farms and work. Y'all are fucking pathetic. And baby, who gave y'all that motherfucking idea? Y'all think black people don't work? Have you researched and seen how many motherfucking African American doctors are across this country? Every doctor I've seen is black. Everyone. Young doctors. My mother's doctor is 40. 40. But anyway, I say that to say the immediate gall that you motherfucking white farmers would think that us black folks would send our children or bring ourselves to work for your motherfucking racist asses. What the fuck, y'all think we stupid? We're the most educated culture in this fucking country. Along with international immigrants. Y'all got us fucked up, and now that you're seeing that we're not, what the fuck y'all gonna do now? What the fuck y'all gonna do with y'all? I mean, I can't believe that they on a whole video over on a racist platform talking about they thought they were safe from those immigrants being deported because they thought the black Americans didn't have jobs and was gonna work in their farms. You can't make this shit up in 2025. And for y'all to think in 2025 that black people will stoop as low as to work into a motherfucking farm picking fruits and vegetables to make a fucking living shows the the stupidity in you white racist people. This fucking shit is appalling. So just know, you white racist ass farmers, not one black person is going to come to your farms and pick your fucking fruits and vegetables. Get your white ass out there and do it. Make your kids cut their asses out there and do it. Hell, get your whole motherfucking family to go out there and pick your fruits and your vegetables. Cause I'll be damned if one black person set foot on your motherfucking farms.
So let me get this straight. You want the descendants of the enslaved peoples of this land to forget about the enslavement period and all the things that occurred after. But you got white farmers in groups complaining that black people aren't returning to farms we never worked on to work for them. The perversion that exists between white folks' delusions of grandeur and thinking that we're going to go and be forced to work for them, and the antebellum period and all that bullshit is...
So I know I was talking about, the Latino vote before. The Viva vote for Donald Trump. Okay, well, let's get on to the white folks. The white farmers. So, word is out now that the white farmers voted for Donald Trump because they thought they were going to get black Americans in the fields. Because they also thought black folks did not have jobs. So when we put this all together, somehow the white farmers were convinced that black folks don't have jobs. We don't work. we don't work. And so they voted for Donald Trump because they thought, okay, he gonna send them in the fields. So Donald Trump and them, with their whole Project 2025, said, okay, so we got to make this happen. So we got to cut these DEI stuff, all this DEI stuff, to put black Americans out of work. When in reality, they put a bunch of white folk out of work just to get black folks out of work. And so all these cuts that are happening are to try and harm black Americans so much till they think that we're going to go into the fields. Now, when you think about that, that makes you double back and see why they want the Latinos out. Because the Latinos, right, to them, they are reproducing entirely too fast, okay? And so they're like, we got to get them out of here because black Americans don't reproduce as fast as the Latinos. And so if we could get them out, then the black Americans can take their place in the field. This is for real. And so now you double back to the black jobs. They're taking your job. Yes, you got to double back to what he said. They're taking black jobs, y'all. Like, they have all this down. Like, they have all this whole circle. So now let's go back to the farmers if you're still with me, okay? Because the white farmers, that's what they believed was going to happen. So if y'all got all that straight, this is the message to the white farmers. The last thing you want is for black Americans to be in your fields. Don't let the devil fool you. As a matter of fact, you might want to let the devil fool you to see what's going to happen. Well, I'm trying to tell you, the last thing you ever going to want is black Americans in your fields. Now, I'm going to let you You fill in the blank on that one. And this goes to show that they will go to any lengths. Remember I said that, first of all, we had the Latinos, some Latinos, not all of them, just them Cubans, some Cuban ones, talk about you're next, right? To Black Americans. So they thought we was immigrants, okay? And so now we have the white farmers who are still living in the 1700s, thinking back to glory days, quote unquote. They thought with their vote, we were going to the fields. So you got one group thinking they gonna kick us out of here, and you got another group of people thinking that we going to the fields. Now this right here is a real mental problem, because people are literally stuck. I'm telling y'all, people are stuck in the 1700s when they think about Black Americans, okay? I'm telling you, their thought process, they sit around probably campgrounds and picnics and stuff and talk about how can we make this happen? That was their heyday. I'm telling you, when that freaking plantation house burned down in Louisiana, I think, right? That was their heyday. Now, I'm trying to tell you, that was their heyday. When that plantation house down in Louisiana got torched, okay? I'm telling you, that broke them. But I just want to, I want to teach them a little bit more history if I have your attention, right? If I have your attention, right? This is some history that a lot of people don't know, okay? But y'all didn't know Black Americans had white servants? Y'all ain't know that? I mean, it wasn't widespread or anything like that, but we had white servants. Yeah, and they wanted to be our servants because they needed work. They were coming over from Europe. Yeah. And they were docile too. Yeah, they were docile. And Black Americans, the aristocrats. The wealthy ones, because they were wealthy ones, okay? They had white servants. So I don't know if y'all ever see them pictures. Let me find a picture. I couldn't find a picture. I wasn't gonna go back and try to find a picture. But if you can watch videos, you'll be able to find a picture of possibly some Black people in the horse-drawn carriages, and there may be someone white as the horseman or the coach. I'm not sure what you call them, coachman or whatever. Yeah, he worked for them. Yes, indeed. It was a big thing. It was a big, big thing, when everybody began to see in the early 1900s, what? Black Americans, they use the other word. Black Americans have white servants. Yeah, that's a bit of history they don't like to put on TV. And the reason for it is because they were like, okay, they had white people here that they could hire, and they also had Black people here that they could hire. But they felt that the white people from Europe were so docile, and they were less expensive. Now, they weren't the only ones who thought that. The wealthy white people thought that too. The wealthy white people were like, yeah, we like the docile immigrant white people. They're a lot cheaper. They take less money. Yeah, so there's a bit of history for you. Oh yeah, it was like that. Oh yeah, because they knew they would have to pay Black Americans a lot more. Lot more. So they always went for the immigrant. And see, when the Black Americans hired the white immigrants, they were like really, really like, yes, we will do it. Yes, we will do it. Because they wanted to stay in America. Here's the difference though. Black Americans didn't mistreat them. They didn't mistreat them at all. But anyway, that's just a little side note. But yeah, to the white farmers again, this is the last thing you want. The last thing you want is for Black Americans to be out in your fields. The last thing you want. Trust and believe. And next time, you know what? Stop basing your vote on how to harm Black Americans, because you're going to end up running into that wall that's going to tumble. Okay? That's what's going to end up happening. Stop doing that. All of you do it. Like, all of you. You had the conservative Asian Americans coming through with the whole Ivy League school. We don't want Black Americans there. Then you had the I will vote for Donald Trump Cubans okay, who were thinking, okay, you're next, okay? Okay, we're not immigrants, so we're not next. And now we have the white farmer who thought that they were going to get the black Americans in the fields. And then this is all off of Project 2025. So now look where you got America. Look where you got the United States of America. And a lot of people say, why black Americans think everything revolves around them? No, y'all think everything revolves around us because y'all make everything revolve around us. Y'all stuff coming out.
So y'all remember when it was said that we taking all the black jobs? They really thought that we was going to be looking for black jobs, y'all. And I woke up this morning, I was scrolling through TikTok, and I saw this guy made a video, and I saved it to my favorite, so you can go look for it. And he said he was pretending to be MAGA on one of those other apps. He said they were doing a live, and the farmers were saying that they thought that the black people would be looking for jobs to work on their farms. Now, you got to be kidding me. Do they think we really looking for farm work? Do they not know that we are educated and we got degrees? And being a farm worker ain't even in the jobs categories that we be looking for. They really don't know how educated some of us are. They don't know how many degrees a lot of us have. They got to be really lost if they think that we want to come and work on their farms. They don't know that our parents and our grandparents growing up wouldn't even let us be outside if it wasn't no shade outside. Do they really think that we gonna work on a farm where ain't no shade trees at? I hate to disappoint y'all, baby, but you're gonna have to get somebody else to do it, because we ain't working on nobody's farm. Never. The only way you gonna see black people working on a farm is if they own the farm, because we not working on nobody's farm as no workers. So I hate to disappoint y'all. If y'all thought those was black jobs that black people looking for, honey, you better think again, because black folks that I know got good jobs. We've had a black president, we had a black vice president, we got black senators, we got black congressmen, we got black CEOs, we got black doctors, we got black nurses, we got black psychiatrists, we got a lot of good black jobs. Now, I don't know what y'all thought we was gonna be farm workers for. We don't even want to work in the fast food industry. Those jobs, we don't want those kind of jobs. So, I hate to disappoint you MAGA people, but we don't do farm work. So get somebody else to do it. I would like, share, comment, and repost. Drop in the comments y'all education and y'all good black jobs, because they don't think we got good black jobs out here. So we need to let them see it.